Richard King had worked his way up to manager of a Winn-Dixie, a good job he enjoyed. But the supermarket chain fell on hard times and closed a few hundred stores. Richard's was one of them. He had to take a huge cut in pay to work as a meat cutter.
I got interested in doing the electrical because I've always loved electricity since I was little, because I started messing with it from the time I was walking. I wasn't making too much money, so Austin, the director over there at the school, got telling me about the Hope Grant. So he gave me the form on it, and I filled it out and sent it back to him that next week. And all that went through to help pay for the books and the tuition fees and everything. I learned a lot from it, basically hands-on, and that's the best way to learn it, which has been doing the book work.
Meet Richard's supervisor, D.L. Cawthorn.
We had an opening for a technician, and in that process, we sent out notifiers to different organizations looking for a suitable candidate for the job. And part of that process was to contact the local technical college, Okefenokee. I personally know the instructor up there at the satellite campus here in Alma, Mr. Bratcher, and I asked him if he had a good candidate that we could employ at the hospital. And that's basically how we ended up interviewing Richard, and he was a successful candidate for the job. Okefenokee is not a stranger to me. I went to school there myself. It's been 21 years ago. So I'm a graduate of that school also. And it was just natural for me to, having that background and having the education from that school, to go back and look for a candidate. Richard is a very good employee, and we do appreciate his training that he gets from the school. That's one thing that we have seen with other candidates that have not had any additional formal training other than high school, that we end up spending more time and resources with them to bring them up to speed. So the technical college training is definitely a plus in the job force, and especially with interviewing on the job.
Today, Richard is in a field where people with his skills are in great demand.
Because that's the two main things people need, is electricity and air conditioning nowadays, hot as it's getting. Because there's always somebody needing help with one of them.
Okefenokee Technical College offers a fresh start to people who, through no fault of their own, find themselves at a dead end in the middle of their working years. There's no age limit on Hope Grants, and no limits on the future for those with the right qualifications for good-paying jobs.